What's up, everybody? It's your boy DJ, aka DJ the Kid, and you are now tuned in with another episode of the Movement Mic. Man, I'm so glad we back. This is where the rhythm meets the real talk. This isn't just another podcast. This is a go-to podcast where dancers are heard, empowered, and inspired. We keep it real, we keep it raw, and we keep it right on tempo, talking about the things that actually matter in our industry. Career moves, the culture, and just to fight for a better future. So whether you in the studio or on stage or just vibing out, this is your mic, your movement. But before we get into it, dance family, I set a goal this morning, and I think I want to try to get to at least 1,000 subscribers on YouTube before Christmas. So dance family, let's see if we can make that happen. Please like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok now. Follow us on every platform at The Movement Mic. This is your mic, your movement. Let's go! Okay, so today's topic, we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty of things, man. We're gonna get into let me actually take a look at my notes here. Yeah. Today's topic is very we're gonna try to keep it surface level. We're gonna try to dive too deep. We're gonna talk about some of the financial realities of being an artist, of being a dancer, specifically speaking. Just like the stabilities in the dance career and just the price of passion. I like that title. I like that title.
That part.
So yeah, man. I think for the amount of work that we put in the back-to-back rehearsals and long hours of training and performances and dedication and this, that, and the third. Like, you have to put so much into this career, and unfortunately, like, it's like I said in my last episode, it's not a very lucrative career if you don't have the mentality and if you don't have the hustle mentality to sustain that. But I think everything is possible, and I got somebody special here with me to kind of just dive into it. We're gonna talk, like I said, we're gonna talk about just how to stay stable, maybe different avenues of different pathways you could take to stay stable, different career choices. We gonna try to tap into all different vibes here. Introducing my guest. I got a special guest. This is my player partner. This is also one of my good friends from Cleo. Shout out to Cleo Parker Robinson Dance Ensemble.
Hey.
I got to catch her at the tail end of her career, and she really inspired me. Her story really inspires me. So I'm so glad to have her on. Dance family, I'm introducing my next guest, Leah Goshea. What's happening, Ray?
Government. That's for government.
Yeah, did I say it right? I hope I didn't butcher it.
You said it.
Okay,
right.
cool.
I'm proud of you. I am Leah. That is me.
Yeah.
Everybody calls me Ray. Everybody knows me by
This is
Ray.
your camera right here.
Yes, I figured. I figured.
Okay, I got you. So, similar to my first of all, let me just say that I'm very new to the space. I said this on my last episode. I say that just to try to get the jitters out, just to try to get the nervous energy out.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm super excited. I'm super excited that you're here. I'm beyond honored, and thank you for just trusting in me and trusting in my vision. And yeah, let's get into it.
Do it.
Ray, before we even dive into money talk, can you please just give the dance family a rundown of your resume?
Oh, okay.
Yes. Take us back.
Take us back. All the way back there.
Yeah, take us back to the beginning. Where'd you go to high school? Where'd you start your dance career? Like, how you got started? Let's talk about your resume a little bit. I know you got one.
I mean, so the thing with my family is that dance has just always been a part of my life. Like,
For sure.
Just in the backyard, gigging. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Ever since I was little, I got my first whipping because I was shaking my booty in church down the aisleway. My mama said I had to tag you, but you sure was working it.
This is one of Detroit's finest, by the way.
This is Detroit's finest right here. I appreciate that. Yeah. So
let's talk about early Ray. Talk about like the beginning of your career. Like, when did you get started, and how did you get started?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. So I went to a performing arts middle school, and I
So,
had to.
what's
I
the
had,
name of the school?
oh,
My bad. I
oh,
didn't mean to cut you
yeah.
off. That's another thing on the movement mic here. Like, whenever I hear institutions or schools or other platforms, I could say that like put dancers on or help dancers. I want to always try to shout them out. So
Okay.
yeah, for sure. What was the name of the middle school?
Spain Zodiac Johnson.
Spain Zodiac Johnson.
Yeah,
Shout out
out
to them.
there.
And this is where Ray got her start in dance, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I actually I wasn't in the. They didn't have like a dance program. They
Okay.
started doing like a whole elective type thing. There were people who were already in the dance field who were taking the classes, and at the time I was a band head. I played the trumpet.
Oh, for
and
sure.
they
I
allowed
know that about you.
Yeah, grab all day.
Okay.
And so they would allow you to take the elective of dance. Well, I hadn't had any dance classes. It was really just, can you do what we're showing you how to do? If you can, then we'll put you in dances.
Okay.
And so I wasn't necessarily trained. And so I was doing that. They felt like they saw something.
What kind of
special,
dances
like
was you doing, like at the time, like during that middle school time? What kind of dances was it?
It was
Just,
giving like
creative movement type
creative
type-ish?
/ modernish,
Okay.
that like fusion of
Gotcha.
a teacher that was just trying to spark some some
Some
energy and some the aspiration.
Sure.
She's like, oh, I just want to give something back to the kids.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ms. Ebert.
Indeed. Oh
And,
yeah, shout them out. Yeah, man, shout them out. Yes,
love her.
yes. This is, like I said, we want to
Yeah.
empower, inspire, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So we
Yeah,
definitely want to
that
give them a
part.
shout out. We want to show love for sure.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that was what I did. I
So
tried
that's
to
middle
take a couple
school,
of
yeah.
that was middle school. I tried to take a couple of actual dance classes that it didn't actually pan out at the time. I took a couple. I couldn't afford to stay because everything is about money. You know what I'm saying? At the time, my mom, single mom, she was doing what she could already for what it took for me to be a part of the performing arts middle school. So I could dance there and I could play the instruments there.
That's one thing that we're gonna get into today. We don't even talk about like how much, like the amount of money that you got to put in to just start dancing.
Yeah.
But
That
after
part.
we get through your like I
Yeah.
said, we're gonna tap in. We're gonna tap surface level with like I said, the financial realities of being an artist. We're not gonna go too deep today. Like I said, I think I want to do a part 2 to this. But anyway, okay. Take
So
me
that's
to
middle school.
That's middle school. Take me to high school.
Again, had to audition. It was a newer school,
Mm-hmm.
but I was like, Aaliyah graduated from there, bro. I'm going.
Oh,
right?
sure. What's the name of the school now?
The name of the school was the Detroit High School for the Fine and Performing Arts.
Okay.
Shout out Dr. Cotton. That was my principal.
Okay.
She's retired now, but at the time, Dr. Cotton.
Indeed.
But yeah, so went there, just auditioned, and they saw raw potential. Again, I got into the dance program.
So wait, so when you got into high school, is that when you kind of got opened up to the different genres of dance?
That's when I actually was like, oh, this is like. This is what taking consistent classes every day feels like. Because again, I wasn't able to actually take classes. I took like 2 classes in middle school, and because I couldn't afford what it took to stay, I no longer had classes. And so there, we went from 7:45 in the morning to 4:15 in the afternoon. Like we were there before all the rest of the high schools, and we were there after.
Yeah.
But we were dedicated to doing all of our academic curriculum and all of the arts electives that you also had to do. So you had 3 dance classes a day, along with all of your regular curriculum as well.
Sure, sounds like conservatory work for real.
I mean, to be honest, Detroit was doing it with that school. I mean, of course, Cass Tech, Renaissance, Martin Luther King, all those schools were phenomenal in dance as well. But what we were having to do, like being one of those like new schools that already like just wasn't fully established yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it really did do me a good service.
At this point, or at that point in your life, was it a thing for you? Like I could do this. You know what I'm saying? Like I really. Had that clicked yet for you?
I mean,
or was that
was literally the reason why I think I even did it. Like I was like, oh, you know like what? I want to be able to. Well, I didn't know if I would be good enough to be professional. I just knew I wanted dance to be a part of my life.
So even in high school, it hadn't clicked yet that like I could do that. Wow. Okay.
No, because I didn't think I was anywhere good enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I got you.
Got through that, and I had some pretty encouraging teachers that were just like, like if you ever wanted to keep pursuing it, you should. But me, I'm like, I again having a single mom and wanting to make sure I was set up. I went to college. I went to Oakland University, out there in Rochester in Michigan. And to be honest, I went because they were giving the most scholarship money because I went on an academic scholarship, but I had just like a little bit of money I had to get covered. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they were willing to cover that for me.
For sure. So that this is still high school?
This is college. I'm sorry. Did I jump?
Yeah, I think you jumped. Wait, yeah, I was like, hold on. Wait. Okay, yeah, take me back. So we got through high school. So still, we're just kind of like taking classes. We're still getting training.
doing that. You also had to you also had to fulfill a certain amount of extracurricular hours. So I did show choir, which was also rehearsal after. I was the captain of the flag team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I did other things to get all the starts that I needed, so that I could place out of certain things for for like the university and everything. We had AP classes, things like that.
Now, what university is this? I'm sorry.
I went to Oakland University.
Oakland University.
People always think, oh yeah, it's Cali. I'm like, shout out Tupac. But no, it's actually right there in Rochester, Michigan.
Yeah.
And it was about 40 minutes from home. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I could go home on the weekends and stuff like that. Indeed. But yeah, so went there and I actually majored in business. I was a business major. Okay. And the school, that part of the school was like not accredited. And then I was like, ooh, I think I found out why, because they weren't teaching. Yeah. They were like instructing. And I was like, I need somebody to teach me because this business pre-calc, let me tell you how that business pre-calc had me change my major. Okay, so
yo, this is crazy. I had no idea that like you like I don't know. I guess like when I first met you, and not to cut you off, like when I first met you, like you struck me as like somebody who had just like kind of came up in this and like been doing this like. No,
bro, I was a real late start. That's why that's why I had the work ethic I had, bro.
I see it.
You see what I'm saying? Because I was like, I gotta get it.
I got cap in that rap when she say that. Ain't no cap. For sure. Work ethic is definitely there. So you get to college, you major in business, like. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, so where does the dance come in?
No, check it. So they had something called like the Oakland Dance Theater, and it was like an entry level. Yep, at the actual university, gotcha. And it was an entry level. Anybody could audition for dances, and the way that our things worked was if the choreographer casted you, you were in, but if nobody wanted you, you weren't in. That's just how it worked, right? And so freshman year, just again wanting to continue to have dance be a part of my life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I auditioned. I got into some dances, so I was in the Oakland Dance Theater. Or whatever, but I was taking like no dance classes, so I had to try to sign up that next semester to try to get into like a dance class and everything, so I could have that kind of keep that technique up.
Wow! So you didn't 4 years get into like formal training until
I got you. Check it.
Okay.
I kept because I loved it so much. Yeah. I started taking more dance classes, so I legit never took less than 22 to 24 credits every semester because I wanted to be dancing. The more like the further along we got, like I was like dance. I was running the dance team. I had 2-3 jobs. I was taking all those credits. I was just always busy. I've always been on the hustle, right? For sure. And then we get to 4th year of college and they're like, yeah, I'm like, I can't pass business pre-calc. I passed every other thing, but I'm like, for some reason, and I don't know why I kept taking the same teacher, bro. Yeah. I should have moved on because he clearly was not for me, but he was single-handedly the reason why I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna bump business to a minor. Yeah. I'm gonna be a dance major. My mama was like, you've got to be kidding me. You've been in college for 3.5 years and now you gonna switch your major. And I was like, yes, ma'am. So I stayed in college I technically was done after the first semester. I'm sorry, year and a half with what I needed in order to graduate as a dance major. With a concentration in business or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I didn't want to walk in the winter, so I did wait for another semester and I walked in the summer. But I was technically only a dance major for that last 2 years. I switched it in that 4th year, and then when I stayed that extra 2 years to make sure I did everything, my senior program and stuff like that, because you had to fulfill all these things. I could have done it sooner had I actually been a dance dance major, but since I wasn't, I had to stay and do it, right?
Yeah.
And so did that. While I was there, I was just trying to do as much as I possibly could. I took up, choreographing. I took up being assistant to like choreographers and stuff like that. Anytime they had dance concerts and they needed extra bodies from like some of the college students, if I could audition for it, I was there because I was just trying to get in, and I would always ask for feedback. It didn't matter who I was dancing for. I was like,
hungry.
Once we get done, I need. What do you mean that no notes? I need my notes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And you knew that before, like it feels like you knew that before you even had any like core like formal like
it was fourth year before I even knew like, you know what, I really think I want to do this. And my director was like, I can't believe you haven't been a dance major sooner. And in order to help me, he was, because he was a guy, Greg Patterson, I see you.
For sure.
He literally found money to cover the gap that I was going to need and would like switching majors. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So they found some scholarship money for me. He tried to support me. He started telling me about I was like, you mean there are actual black dance companies? I didn't know any of this. I didn't know squat. You know what I'm saying? Just completely blind. I was like, he's like, now the money's not good. He could have told me how not good it was, but he did mention the money's not good. But I think that out of all of our dancers that we have in your year right now, I think you have the potential to like actually make it.
That's dope.
And I was just like, bro, let's do it.
Let's go. So, okay, so wow, right? Man, you learn something new every day. Like, okay, so all right, so we get you up to college. Let's jump into the professional world a little bit. All right, so where did you get your start, or was Cleo where'd you get your first introduction into like, I guess maybe like professional realm concert, contracts, like
the co-director at the time was Lori Eisenhower of the Eisenhower Dance Ensemble, and Greg was Patterson Rhythm and Pace. He also had his own company. I danced for both of their companies as a guest,
right?
So technically those were my first professional, because they're still professional like companies.
Yeah.
And so, I was kind of like dabbing with that. And then I also had a really, really good friend who had just started his company as well that I used to dabble with, on and off. And so as far as like getting out of college and jumping into that, there's no like support system for that. You grown. Yeah. This is what you need to make work. Yeah. I went to DCDC's second company. That's the Dayton Contemporary Dance Company.
All right, so now we in there.
We in there now. Okay. I just briefly, I couldn't do as much as I wanted to do my first year of doing the second company. I was still dancing. I could do it. Well, no, they don't pay second company there. No, you don't get paid.
We
still require all that work.
Yeah, family, we still running down the resume. We gonna jump into it.
We are. But yeah, so I snapped my Achilles tendon. And so when I went, I was injured. So I couldn't go on releve. So you know what I'm saying? Like I was doing triples with my foot, with my heel halfway off the ground, because I couldn't go on releve because I wanted to get casted.
Yeah.
So I was still dancing. I couldn't dance as much as everybody, but I was, just trying to show improve. I went ahead and stayed for a second year after I got healed, because I got hooked up with Dr. Carol Fisher. Dr. Carol Fisher out there. She's an amazing rehab person. Oh my God, amazing.
Nice.
So she got me back right without surgery. I was like, I thank God for her.
That's dope.
So, second year, I, was really trying to push, really trying to grow. Was not necessarily, they weren't feeling like I was going to be strong enough for the first company at that point.
Because of injury?
Well, I had spent a year not being able to really do what I needed to do. And so I spent that next year, like, just trying to get back. Like, people don't know, you know what I'm saying? Not only is there like a financial thing of it, but when your body ain't doing what it's supposed to do, it takes some time to get back as well. And I just needed to be like ready for them. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so I did another year, did all I could do. I was teaching little babies and everything. So it made me think about it and whatnot. And then, I wasn't even planning on being out here, bro. But like, my girl, Sadia, she's like single-handedly the reason why I even ended up dancing for Cleo.
I know that name. That name sounds familiar.
Because you've seen her on tape.
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Sadia. Sadia Imari.
So.
But yeah, she was coming out to Cleo's audition because she knew some people from school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Who were out here dancing and everything. Mm-hmm. And they told her that there was like a few female spots open. She said, well, I'm going to the audition. I mean, if you got some extra money, you should just come. Mm-hmm. And at the time, like, I mean, all I was doing was trying to like help my mom and my brother financially and stuff like that because, I would work. I worked 7 days a week. I would work from open to close. Shout out Olive Garden, OG. I was there almost 13 years. They had my back. I would serve all day. I would serve all day until like 5. I would try to be in rush hour traffic because we were supposed to start rehearsal. Start at 5:30, go till 10:30. They used to always make fun of me because I would always be running in the door when I was supposed to be there because I was leaving work. I did that every single day because we were 5 days a week at the studio from 5:30 to 10:30, and I worked there, and then I would work weekends, Saturday and Sunday as well. And so that was to make sure that, I had the money that I needed to survive and to like help family as well.
How did you get to Cleo?
The second year after I, because we were all required to kind of like do the audition after I wasn't going to be going right into their company and everything.
Right.
Sadia told me she was going, and again, had the money because like I told you, hustling. Okay. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to buy a ticket. I just need to figure out where I'm going to stay. Yeah. My boy, Edgar, Detroit, I knew him, used to dance back and forth with him a little bit, back in high school back in Detroit, and he was dancing for Cleo at the time, so I was able to stay there for a couple weeks until I could shift and like start finding a place to stay and everything. So I was like, boom, I got a ticket, me and her are going, that's where I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying, so I can audition, like if I get anything, he said I could stay there temporarily, so I'll figure something out.
For sure.
And so
the whole grind, the whole hustle, the whole dance family, I hope y'all taking notes, man.
Okay, because it's a whole thing.
I'm telling you, I told you, like last episode, you gotta be a hustler if you want to keep your mental straight, like, and you see that, and I just love the energy that you have, like when you even talk about this kind of stuff, like it doesn't sound like
it's real.
Yeah, it's really real. My bad, I ain't mean to cut you off.
You ain't gotta act when it's real.
Indeed.
But just not to take up, too much time.
You're good. You're good.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna keep you on track. I'm gonna keep you.
Yeah. Did it. Did the audition. I must say I had a really strong audition. But there were only I had a very strong audition. I felt very good about it.
I was really strong in that audition. I felt very good about it. This is where you heard, empowered, inspired. You're supposed to be able to talk like that here.
But this is what people also need to know. Very, very briefly. Yeah. Your resume is still very important.
Indeed.
What my girl had, Sadia and other people as well, stronger resume. I told you how I came up. I wasn't consistent in what I was doing.
Very similar
with
to
that journey. Coming up or whatever. So if somebody can say, oh yeah, I was an apprentice with the Dayton Contemporary Dance Company. I graduated from, a black university. That's how, Cleo Parker Robinson is a black dance company.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be looking at that. It's not just about what you're doing on the floor. They want to know where'd your knowledge come from. They want to know what type of training. They see the names. Oh, I know those teachers.
Indeed.
And you know what I'm saying? Like I can't hate on it. My you know what I'm saying? So I ended up just staying there to do an apprentice company that then turned into a second company. It's very weird. I'm not going to go down that road because it's not the financial whatever.
No, I got you.
2 years where I was not paid.
Yeah.
And so then once I was looking like, oh, okay, maybe I need to start auditioning elsewhere. It was like, okay, we'll give you an opportunity, which again told me clearly I'm strong enough for you to want to keep me, but I kind of had to let you know, I also know my worth. And I'm going to be trying to figure that junk out because I need to get paid. Like I'm working like crazy 7 days a week. And so once I was able to go ahead and get into that first company,
we now at Cleo's, right?
That first 2 years was at Cleo's. Okay. I thought I didn't come right into the company. I had to do the second company. I had to do an apprenticeship.
Indeed.
I had to work my.
Yeah. I already know.
You know what I'm saying? You already know. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was always on your head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
that was my same track. But once I was there, that that like perfectionist thing, like kind of like, started popping.
So,
but I was working just trying to make ends meet from not being paid at first.
For sure.
The hard part.
So you gave me a clear rundown of the resume. So, like I said, we might jump around a little bit, but we're gonna stay on track. What kept you at Clio? Because you had a like 9. Correct me if I'm wrong. 9-10-year run.
13.
13.
Yeah.
Excuse me. 13-year run. So like, what kept you there?
Yeah. So I think it was what happened right after the audition. Yeah. Cleo took a group of us in, I guess people that she thought that she might be trying to ask to come and stuff like that. And she was just giving us background. Like she was just sharing her dreams. She was just sharing her vision.
Shout out to Cleo, man.
Shout out to Cleo. Always, bro. Still my heart. Yeah, still my heart. But yeah, so literally the vision clicked for me. It may not have clicked for everybody, but it definitely clicked for me. I believe in love. I believe in village. I believe in culture.
She really cultivate that. Like she really man, like
those are the things.
All the alumni who come back and talk, they all say the same thing. Yeah. Like how she just kind of
ain't fake about it. She ain't fake about the fact that like her vision is her vision, and regardless of how others around her may have tried to push her in other directions in order to compete with the commercial world or with what everybody's doing, like she's always stayed true to that, and I could see it. Sure. So that literally is probably one of the single most reasons why I stayed. Because
I got you.
It definitely, even once I started that next year, like with the company, man, I saw that salary. I was like, bro, yeah, okay, so I'm definitely gonna have to keep working my second job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then we want to point out though, like this is just like from an artist point of view. Like, hopefully, I actually do hopes. I'm in hopes to do an episode where I can actually talk to an artistic director and just kind of figure out the ins and outs of what it takes to maintain a company, because we often ask for money and like we look at our salaries and we look at our checks and like like I said, it always might not be the most lucrative, but we do it for the love and passion. So like I don't know. I feel like it might be just things on both ends, like where the company is at, where like, because we don't want to necessarily just completely just put out there that like companies that they just not paying us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
like, that's not the narrative.
When I say Black Dance.
Yeah.
I mean that experience is not what people are paying for.
I see. I
want to
break that down for me.
Okay, so do people really want to go and pay and hear about trauma and hear about somebody else's history that ain't theirs? When you think about the people that can afford the arts, no offense, it is typically of a European nature. You know what I'm saying?
No, I got you. Like I said, that's something we kind of touched on in my last episode.
Yeah, and so and there, of course, there are plenty of people in the African American, culture and things like that have money, but it's about what is going to sustain. And right now, like things like ballet and contemporary, those are the areas where people are like, ooh, they don't have to hear about somebody being murdered. They don't have to hear about, the rapings. They don't have to hear about people's heritage being completely attacked. They don't have to hear about those types of things. Some people just want to go. They're like, I just want to go and just watch them stand on point and put their leg in the air and not have to worry about why they're doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and deep. That's deep.
And that's just this is what it is. Black dance also is newer. Think about how you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I feel you.
They don't realize.
Like here at the moment, Mike, I don't want to I want to reach all different genres. I talked about this. I talked about this in my episode too. Like
we do it all.
Yeah, we don't
do it all.
Yeah, but here, like I say, we don't want to just center just around Black dance. We want to tap into like ballet, contemporary, music, theater. Like we want to tap into all different forms of art. But kind of pulling back a little bit. So you had a long run, right? Like you had a very long, extensive career. My first question to you, like now we're gonna try to get into it. Like I think you're like I think you're living proof. But I gotta ask the question, like, you know, just for the people watching, can you make a sustainable living dancing? Like, from your point of view, from your perspective, you can keep it broad, you can be specific, like, but in general, can you make a living by dancing and performing?
Depends on what you consider living. You know what I'm saying? Like my dream idea of living is, you know, is being able to pay for what my children need and being able to travel. And being able to have, you know, long weekends with my man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
for sure,
you can't really afford to do that on certain types of salaries when that's all that's being allotted. I mean, if again, you know, we just mentioned that, you know, there's only so much money going into that type of dance right now. And that's where I want it to be. You don't think I could have gone off and tried to do something a little more contemporary or, you know, you know what I'm saying? But it's like where I was willing to sacrifice for the type of dance that I wanted to. I was willing to sacrifice for the fact that people can tell me that I bring them to tears. For people to tell me that they learned something. That's the whole reason. Like I said, like a lot of, especially concert dancers. And then, like, I guess you could say, yes, a lot of that is in Black dance. Like, we do it, like, just because, like, of how we connect, of how we're connected to it, and how much passion and love. So I was willing to trade in a certain type of living for that type of living. Where I'm like, you know what? I heal. I heal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was willing to do that. Once I couldn't heal no more, I had to go. Do you remember, that's all good. Do you remember your first paid gig? Yeah, in college, $800.
What did you do?
$800, and I had
$800. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I mean, for the whole thing and to be assisting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's my boy Rodney Brown. It was the Brown Dance Project. Was it 300? I might be stretching it, but it was close. It was close. But I was assisting. You know what I'm saying? In one sort, where he was setting work on some other people, and then when he was setting work on me and some other people, it was like a whole all inclusive $800 type of like thing. You know what I'm saying?
I think I only made $100. Like on my, I want to say, because it was around. I kid you not. I think it was prom night. I think I missed prom.
What? To do a performance?
To do a performance, to do a show. I think about it. Yeah, I think it was probably about $100 or $150 or something like that.
But that was for like one night, though.
One night.
I'm just saying, I was working over a course of like 3 months.
Okay.
I'm saying,
mine was a one nighter. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. I was kind of like working over a little course.
So when you decided to get into dance, and when you just decided to take this on as a profession, did you ever think to come up with a financial plan to do it, or like did you just kind of take a leap of faith? Like, how did that work?
Definitely leaping, bro. Yeah. I was just that dumb.
Nah, we won't say dumb. I think it just matters of the heart. It just matters of the heart.
I was.
Yeah.
Leaping, bro. You're leaping.
Nah, I feel you. I think that's really just
faith.
matters of the heart.
Absolutely.
Yeah, faith and
Absolutely.
faith. Yeah. Do you think like, I was doing a little bit of just internet surfing over the weekend, and you know, I started looking up companies that were unionized and non-union companies and stuff like that. Like I said, I think I want to do a part 2, because I don't want to be diving into areas that might like, you know, spark too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just get started over here at the Movement Mic, so we want to keep things a little bit surface until we just keep.
If they like me enough, I can come back for part 2.
They gonna love you, Ray. They gonna love you. Dance family, man. Stop, man. So Ray some love, man. But what was I just talking about? Oh my god. You were union and non-union. I was thinking, you know, like it's been a lot of how should I say? It's been a lot of talk. You know what I'm saying, within the dance community, like, you know, like it hasn't been brought to the forefront, but it's been a lot of talk. There's been some shifts. Like, do you feel like companies who aren't, because a lot of ballet companies are that's what I was looking at last night. So many ballet companies, different work, and like, you know, but with being a part of that union, like, you know, it's health insurance, contracts, you know, you get paid overtime. It's just so much that come with that, and And I knew a little bit of the ins and outs of that, like when I first started, because I kind of got my start in ballet, and so I kind of knew about, like, different companies that was making decent money, that was making a lot of money, this, that, and the third. But like the smaller companies, or I should say just the non-union ones, like, because all of them aren't small. Do you feel like it's necessary for them to unionize? Like, and if so, like, what does that look like to you, in your opinion?
In my opinion, I think whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
All I can say like for me personally, is that when COVID struck the world, I was still employed, not union. I knew a lot of union dancers, bless their heart, had to retire.
Wow.
Because the union not paying you if you're not in the studio. So it depends on what you want to chance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Also, with things like not having the union, of course, that lower financial stability. So I mean, I do get that's a pro union. Having a 5-minute break every hour, that's a pro union. Having all of those,
I think the luxury
stuff like that's pro union.
It sounds amazing.
But when it comes to big wigs making decisions about what your contract about to look like as well via union, you ready to deal with that too? You know what I'm saying? Like, people, I just feel like people just really need to know the details of what it is that they're asking for first, because sometimes people forget that social platforms are just that, platforms. You up here. You know what I'm saying? You see whatever I show you.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily see everything behind the closed doors. We're not in those meetings where they're making these decisions. And so I can't say that one is better than the other. I can only go from what I experienced. And what I experienced is that when it came down to it, I ain't getting no raise, but I wasn't unemployed.
For sure.
And so it depended on what was more important to me, and having a family and having bills to pay and not wanting to leave the type of black dance company that I was dancing for at the time. I was like, well, I'm pro whatever this is right now that's paying me to still be able to dance in my living room.
For sure.
Now. Now, in the future, because of how things are shifting, I couldn't say one way or the other. Might be better to unionize. I'm not in it right now. So, that is a little blind spot that I may technically have, but I'm not dumb. I'm still listening, got my ear to the ground a little bit about what unions are doing.
Absolutely.
Too. You know what I'm saying? There are people outside the supermarket right now talking about, strike.
Yeah.
Because unions ain't paying. So, it is what it is.
No, I got you. So, when did you realize that, like, or at what point in your career did you realize, like, not only is dance, like, physically demanding, but, like, it's financially kind of demanding too? Like I said, like, just kind of wanting to start dancing, you need money, but like once you're in that, like, let me go back. Like I said, at what point did you feel like or realize, like, man, like, this, it's not only taking a toll on my physical, but it's taking a toll on my pockets too. Like, when did that get you?
I mean, I think that I've always kind of known it, just because there's a lot of investment in passion.
Indeed.
Just a whole lot of investment. I think it hit home hardcore to the point where I had to start thinking about shifting and pivotal. Sorry, I can't speak.
Good.
Pivotal right now. Just because I moved out, I had to move out of downtown Denver. When I was living 2 blocks away. It's completely different. But when you start thinking about the fact that you already have to pay for dance shoes and dance clothes and lashes, and I got to get my hair done, and I got to pay for makeup, and I got to have up to date undergarments in this color and that color, and I got to have dance socks that I'm burning holes in. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to spend my gas because I'm only going to get reimbursed if I go this far. It doesn't matter if I'm going up the street. I'm using my gas on this type on work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All of that costs money. And when I moved all the way to Aurora, and I was like, bro, it takes me 35 minutes to get in, and that's after getting my children ready in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the costs just really started building up.
Yeah.
Not to mention,
no, it's okay. I'm looking at my my outline here, and like I'm just kind of just jumping all over the places.
Yeah.
Like we're getting into like the cost of being a dancer. Yeah. Like that's actually kind of like one of my subtopics in here. So like if you can recall, or if you can remember, or if you can think about it, what's like one of the big expenses, or the biggest expenses that people like outside of dance, people outside the dance industry like don't know about, like being a dancer? Like what's one of the biggest expenses that we have to like deal with as artists?
I mean, biggest expenses?
Yeah, biggest expenses. The first thing that came to mind for me was auditions.
You might be right.
Yeah, that was
that probably would be the actual like first answer, just because there's only so much to audition for where you are. So think about the flights, and think about like, where you're gonna stay, and everything.
And then like some auditions be back to back to back to back. Oh my gosh.
Not you on a whole tour for auditions.
Man, what? Man, your boy might have to come up like, man, what? LA, at least like $1,500. Like, what? Oh my gosh. Like, I know I can speak from experience for real. I was making a little bit of money before I came out to Cleo's, and man, that move, because I was at that point I was kind of like standing on my 10 a little bit. I kind of had my own thing going on. So, that costs money. That costs money. You know what I'm saying?
Going back and forth.
For sure.
You don't know anybody. There's nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
and it's very rare. It's very rare that like companies will support that. Like it is ins and outs. Like if you know people, and if you can make connections with people, like people are willing to help. But like in general, that's kind of like a you thing that you gotta deal with.
Yep. That's
pretty crazy.
That part, that's the investment. Yeah. That's just all a part of it. And I mean, I guess it's like that for any type of big job though. Like I've heard of people even outside of dance who feel like they have to do that. Like, but normally they're going to make more money. So that's what I always try to remind people. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I personally feel like what we give up financially, it automatically puts us in a whole different type of bracket of like hero. I'm like, I literally, I don't still have it on, but I had it on earlier. You know what I'm saying? When I say I am history, you know what I'm saying? I had my little shirt on. Like I feel that, because I feel like there's so much that people know more now of, because I sacrificed getting paid in order to fly somewhere and dance it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was coming out of my pocket or not, it's coming out of somebody's pocket. It costs money to change people's lives.
I got you.
In general.
Have you ever had to turn down an opportunity because you couldn't afford it?
Yeah, probably because I couldn't.
Yeah, anything memorable?
Yeah, I mean, well, actually, something just recently that I was like, man, that's really gonna hurt me to try to like not work for that. There's a Leah Glenn's dance company out there, and shout out Leah Glenn. Quite a few of my friends are dancing with her on and off and everything, but she had this really great opportunity that would have taken place, I think, in like February or something. My sister was on it. My sister Chloe. Yeah, and everything. Like she was on it. I think Chris was doing it. Chris Page, maybe. I know Martez was doing it for sure.
For sure.
And she was like, you know what? I need somebody. I thought about you. Chloe was saying that you was free or whatever. You have retired and everything. And I was like, bro, if I could give up that time, because my job right now does not work how like dance companies, they be like, oh you're sick and stuff like that. Like here be like, you better throw in that PSL. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise you ain't getting paid, bro. So
what's it like being a mom and dance? Like that's a whole cost in itself. Like
it's a whole cost
in itself, man.
Yeah.
Like what's it like being a mom and dance?
I mean, actually it was it was quite liberating. You know what I mean? Like it was one of the, when I got it, I
always think it's like so cool to like when parents, not to cut you out, I always think it's so cool and like when I see young dancers with children and they bring their children like to the studio and stuff like that. I always thought that was so cool.
That part.
I had kids. I want to do that one day.
Because they get to see you in your element, and I mean, not many people can say that. You know what I mean? Yeah. It hurt me when I like couldn't continue to bring them. You know what I mean? But like when they could be around and they get to help celebrate you, like that's something else. Because to you, it just it's more of a win than hearing like 2,000 people out there clapping. Like I see my baby smiling at me when I'm out here doing my thing.
So crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's a beautiful thing.
That
to watch.
part was amazing.
That's a beautiful thing to watch.
You know what I mean?
Have you ever gone into debt like just from being a dancer? Like have you ever had to go into debt? And if you have, I was about to say, if you have, like what kind of mental toll does that take on you? Like, or what kind of mental toll did it take on you if you've ever experienced that before?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm pretty sure it's a lot of dancers out there.
For sure. I mean, let's be very clear. I'm in debt right now, bro. The debt's still there. I'm still paying on that. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
But I mean, as far as being driven into a deficit, I mean, I definitely can say that happened, because I'm one to not do for myself so that I can do for my children. Because my children did not ask to be here.
Indeed.
I brought them here. I want them to know I love them. I want them to know that mommy's going to do anything for them. So if I have to choose between myself and my kids, I'm always going to choose my kids.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So I mean, yeah, I was in a lot of debt when I had to leave the company a year ago.
Did you ever find that like, did you ever have to take time off from injuries? And if so, like, did that affect you?
Bro, I was, like, misinjured for a while. Like, I would just get some weird non-dance related injury, like, every year. My friends we were always talking about me. It was like, bro, what injury is Ray gonna get this year that ain't got nothing to do with dance? The first, like, major one, and that junk cost money, too. Yeah. 2 days before tour. I'm sorry, a day before a performance and 2 days before a tour, playing with my dog. I throw the ball at her. She catch it. She run behind me while I'm walking, clips the back of my leg. I go flying in the air, land on my ankle. Pop.
Oh my gosh.
I came. I called. I told Cleo, I was like, Cleo, any chance we can get one of the second company members to go on tour for me? Oh, man. Because I have a 2nd-degree sprain with strains up the lateral side of my leg.
And if you ain't on salary, like I feel like that could take a major toll on you. Like, because like if you're not on salary and you get injured and you gotta take time off, like. Then where does that money come in?
Pro union, because they're like, oh, as long as it takes for that person to get better, they're still going to be paid. Now, when it comes to companies that are not, they technically, as far as I can understand, after a certain amount of time, they have right to let you go if they feel like you are not useful anymore. That's one of the cons. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But again, when we go into this business, I think that we're already mentally prepared that type of thing can happen. That's why we're all taking a leap of faith, whether we planned or not. We're all taking a leap of faith. Every time you do a switch leap, every time you do a hitch kick, a barrel turn, you are taking a leap of faith that your training and God are going to make sure that you land and you can keep twirling right on off stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's very important to like have an understanding that like you gotta be really passionate about this. Like you really gotta love this. Like you know, because you kind of mentioned earlier, like you know, when I asked if you can have a life, if you can maintain a lifestyle within the dance career. And I'm one that, I mentioned this on the last episode, I am one to, you know, want to spend some money here and there. I might want to drop a bag and go shopping or like, you know, buy a new chain or something like that. I'm very much into that when I can afford it. But I also know that I didn't come into dance with delusion. You know, I knew that like, you know, if I wanted the polo, the Louis, the good, like whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? I know if I wanted all of that, then I was gonna have to really really have to work hard, and I was really gonna have to get my side hustle game up for real, you know what I'm saying? Because we put so many hours into dance and so much training and so much thought, so much passion, so much love, and
all of you,
and you got to save room to want to take care of yourself and to want to take care of yourself in the manner that you see fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and me, like, I like to have my time. Like, in my spare time, I like to go shopping. I like to look good. I like to get my hair done. You know what I'm saying? I like to try to get the new shoes and all of that type stuff. So, like, I really just, for sure. I feel like, you know, you just gotta, you gotta have that mentality. And it also really just depends on what it is that you want.
When I first got here, in order to make things work, I shared. I was a grown woman. I had to share a room. Yeah. I shared a room with somebody. There was a 2-bedroom apartment. There were 2 of us in one room. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we literally, everything was kept to the lowest of the lowest of the lowest for like utilities. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All that and whatnot. You know, just not overdoing it on. I didn't really do a whole lot of shopping. If I did, it was like sales, like, you know what I mean, like the 5, you know, sales and everything. And again, having to work that second job and everything, because if I didn't have that second job at the time, like, no, I would have never been able to survive off. I've never been able to survive just off of my dance pay alone. I was always doing a little bit of something. I did after I had I want to say a couple years after I had my daughter, when I was just like, bro, like I can't work all day and then be working like multiple nights. I don't see my family. I don't see my husband. I don't see my baby. I went ahead and I had to go ahead and decide to quit that second job. Hurt me because, man, did I miss that money, and trying to make that check stretch. And deciding, like, you know what, I get like 1 new pair of shoes a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, in order to try to make things work. Indeed. That's what I mean by, like, it depends on what you feel like living is. You know what I'm saying? And once I'm like, you know what, I think I want to find a new way of living and what I need to sustain me. You got to do what you got to do. If you're going to continue to figure out a way to make it work and dance along with other things, and you can do that with a family, then by all means. But for somebody like me, it's not, oh, you know, I just know that, you know, like, you know, I'll be able to just have people watching my kids, and, you know, while I continue to think about me. Yeah. I started having babies. It's not about me no more.
Gotcha. All right, Miss Ray. So we talked about a lot. We got into a lot. But before we jump into our financial realities, I created a segment for the movement mic, and it's tailored to be a fun segment. I'm hoping to kind of develop it and, like, you know, make it better throughout the season. Like I said, dance family, comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it's lame. Let me know if you think it's cool. Let me know if you think it's funny. Please, I'm interested in hearing everybody's thoughts. So the name of this segment is called the bar exam, and basically what I do is I pull out a word from the Ballet dictionary, or a term from the Ballet dictionary. Yes. Hopefully everybody in the dance family is thinking the same way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna pull out a word from the Ballet dictionary, and all you have to do is take a crack at spelling it. No, there is no, not right now. There is no prize or
there's no. She knows all of them. I spell all of the ballets.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. You talking about Chloe?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
She got to spell all of those.
She got it.
Ballet was her life.
Yeah, she got it right the first try. But yeah. So okay. So it's called the bar exam. I pull out a word from the Ballet dictionary. You take a crack at spelling it. Like I said, there is no consequences or anything that happens. But like, you just kind of got to deal with the dance family knowing that you didn't know how to spell whatever.
Oh, that's how you feel?
Yeah. But eventually, like, whenever I like, you know, I'm gonna start incorporating like merch and like t-shirts. Like, like again, follow, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what y'all think of this shirt right here. Like, I think I'm gonna make more. So,
my shirt.
that's I'm telling you, I'm still in development right now. Like I said, I'm very new to this podcast space. So give me some time. Like, when winners start getting merch, t-shirts, all that. But okay, let's jump into it. The bar exam. Your word for the bar exam. Excuse me. I've been having to work on that too, like the way I talk.
Talk how you talk.
That's what I'm saying. You know, Chloe told me the same thing. You know, it's just because I be trying to, like, you know, just be professional and, like, I want to reach different audiences and I don't want nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
do you?
like, say no more. Say no more. Okay. All right, Miss Ray. So your word for the bar exam. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Pas de bourrée, Carew.
Okay, hold on. I tried to make it simple.
I try to make it simple. Now, there's some folks out there that's gonna count and act like P.A. Wait, hold on, wait.
P.A.U. Paul.
Wait. Let me go back. Pas de bourrée.
Here's the thing. I used to know how to spell that though, bro. Wait a minute.
All right, here we go.
I feel like you should give me paw and let me spell everything else.
Okay, I'll give you paw.
Okay, how you spell paw?
P-A-S.
Right. You know, bro. I'm like, bro, why
I give you paw. Now you have de bourrée.
Okay, hold on. All right. Okay, wait a minute. Carew. Okay, woo, all right.
Come to the mic.
Okay. Oh, right. I forgot.
No, you good. I got you.
Okay, wait. Because paw is P-A-S.
Right. Now, I gave you paw.
P-A-S.
Mm-hmm.
D-E.
There we go. Bourrée.
B-O-U-R-E-E.
Yeah, ma'am. You got one more. Carew.
Oh my God.
Wait, they might get a kick out of this one.
See.
Because Chloe got it like that.
I already know that girl knows how to spell ballet terms. Okay?
Okay, we got pas de bourrée. We need Carew.
Wait. Pas de bourrée. C. Something R-O-U.
Something R-O-U.
Bro, what is it A?
Are you giving up right now? Because I can give it to you. Carew. I hope I'm saying that.
But
right too.
I give up the second letter. C, whatever come after C. I'm not sure.
Just take a guess. Carew.
I hate you. I hate you so much. Carew.
I think they're gonna get a kick out of this one.
I don't know, bro. Pas de bourrée.
Carew.
C-A-R-O-u, bro.
Alright, it's all good. So, no, we got it wrong. No, I was just playing.
We did get it wrong.
We got it wrong, but
I ain't never had to spell that.
So you had bourrée, which is like, you know, some people forget both of these. You had bourrée. Carew is C-O.
I almost said O.
You should have,
I should have said O. I was like, bro, but like, he said cup. And I be forgetting like French.
That's my fault. So folks will be getting on me, but like, DJ, you don't know how to pronounce your word. This is why they want you to talk right. I shouldn't have told him to do what he do, because maybe I could have spelled it right? So, that's my bad. C-O-U-R-U.
Wait.
C-O-U-R-U.
R-U. So not O-U.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I got you.
No, it is O-U. C-O-U-R-U. R-U. R-U. Now you got me messing up.
Long as I knew how to do it when it was asked of me, that's all that counts.
I'm telling you. That part.
Use that. Don't ask me to spell that junk.
That part.
No spelling bee. My professional dancer.
For sure. All right,
I got you though, but now I know.
No, okay, good. Like I said, Dance Family, like, comment, subscribe. Please follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at The Moving Mind. Let me know what y'all think of that segment. Let me know how y'all think I can develop it, make it better, make it more funny. I'm open to all ideas, everything. So Dance Family, please show your love and support. So Miss Ray, we jumped around a lot. So much insight, so much information. Like I said, I think I actually want to do a part 2 to this at some point. And then we just want to dive a little bit deeper. We kind of staying on surface level. Before we took a break, we started getting into like side hustles. We started getting into like other streams of income to kind of help you sustain sustain your career as a dancer. You know what I'm saying? And so that it doesn't take a heavy mental toll. Like before we took a break, you started touching on a little bit of your side hustles as a dancer. What are some of the most popular side hustles that actually pay pretty good? You know what I'm saying?
I know there's this whole stigma on not just using your passion to make money.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, you should just be finding ways in your passion to make money. I'm like, first of all, don't judge me.
Yeah.
Because they're going to take that money whether I got it dancing or whether I got it doing whatever it is I was doing. So, I mean, for me, like I said, I was working for Olive Garden for almost 13 years. Shout out Olive Garden.
Okay? I am not a people person, man. I don't know how I could have done it. How did you do it? Like, especially like leaving dance and then having to still be up on your feet.
Bro, the whole time. That's why when I tell people, like, bro, don't even try to come on me about what I can do, because God didn't have me. I stayed with it. You know what I mean? I started off just serving.
That's
and
it.
To be honest,
be no joke.
And I was, bro, I'm really like showing my age right now, bro. I was able.
Chloe always do that, man. Don't let these folks fool you with all that count, bro. These folks, bro.
I was hoofing, beating the ground, looking for another job because I was like, bro, I need to make some money.
Yeah.
Ended up filling out a paper application. Now, you know, it's been a long time since you can fill out a paper application to get a job.
Yeah.
So I filled out this application.
I don't know.
They
give you a packet, boy. No doubt.
and bro, I filled that junk out. I had only served one other time before, like back in college.
Yeah.
Red Robin. You know what I'm saying? I was working there, and I only did it for the summer. Mm-hmm. And so technically, they were like, she ain't really got that much experience. They took a chance on me. You know what I'm saying? When I was out there in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And so started off just serving, and I was there for maybe like almost a year and a half, and I was like, and I got the whole thing to come out here.
Yeah.
They were nice enough to transfer me out.
Oh,
and
for sure.
So I transferred to the OG out here.
Yeah.
Yep, I transferred to the OG out here. I was just gonna keep moving. You ready?
It's all good. It's all good. Look. Don't have me. Look, I told you I'm new to this podcast space, so you can't be like, don't do that.
I've been tripping over my words. I've been tripping over my words this whole time. So started off serving. I did so well in serving that one of the managers at the time, because they have a manager for they have a bar manager. They have a server. Like one of the server manager pulled me into the office and was like, "You really just are like exceptional. Like your sales are up. You're always getting compliments from like the patrons. The other managers love you. They say you never give them a hard time. Mm-hmm. I really think you would make a great CT, trainer."
Oh, okay.
And so he put me in for the training program. So I was also a certified trainer. And then once I became a certified trainer, they knew I wanted to do bar. So they pulled me in on the bar. So I started bartending.
So, you all over there. So that's where
I served, hosted, I bartended, I trained on call whenever I had shadows.
So that's it. So would you consider all of those like different streams of income, even though this all kind of coming out of the same establishment? Do you get a separate pay for like doing the bar and then?
No, I mean because it was all done. It was all done based on how long I'd been there. Since I was there for so long, I kept just getting like raises.
Yeah.
But you did get a different pay for when you were when you were training. You were going to get a different pay.
People.
Yep. Whenever you were running, because you were running a training class,
mm-hmm.
So you would the big booklet, all the stuff that they needed to know for the entire restaurant and all the chains and all this other stuff. Had to go and you had to know it so that you could then train them on it.
Wow.
So you would get paid a different pay for that. If ever you were training somebody on the bar, I forget how much more it was, but I do remember that you got a separate pay for when you were bartending for that particular shift.
Yeah.
Because I would just go in between. Like if they needed you on bars, certain shifts, that's what you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would mix it up. Because also when we did bartending, you used to also have to run tables.
Yeah.
So you were serving and bartending at the same time anyway.
How did you manage to do that without like getting burnt out? Like you said, you worked at Olive Garden for 13 years and danced at the same time. I couldn't imagine, like, especially me, like, cause I don't know, outside of like, the studio and dance.
That's why we clicked. When you was like, bro, like I need to be on this hustle. I need to get to work. I need to make this money. I'm like, bro, I was the same way. I'm like, I'm on it.
Mentality.
I'm on it, like, and again, like I forget your whole like background with that, but being raised with a single mom who was gonna take care of her children, whether whether daddy was in their life or not. Like, it was just like, I didn't even have children, but my mindset was, I need to always be able to take care of myself. You know what I'm saying? So that was what fueled me. When people be like, oh, what gets you out of bed in the morning? I'm like, because I got to get up. They be like, but don't you need something? I'm like, I need to get up so I can make some money.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? It's life. And so that mostly drove me. And then also, it's one of those things where the dance was what was driving me. I was like, in order to keep dancing, I have to make money. So when I was going, I was working so I could dance.
So a lot of artists now are getting a lot of notoriety and a lot of recognition through like social media. Do you feel like social media is a good it can also serve as a good platform of, like, if you know how to work it? Do you feel like
people are making money on
I was just about to say on TikTok and all this
and the threads and the cotton and the wool, and I'm like, bro, that people just be doing whatever, and they're I can't hate on it. I've never been tech savvy enough to feel like, oh, like, I'm just about to go shoot this video and edit it real quick and put in these like things that I have to. Do you know how long it take me to put up a story? Half the time, bro. I'm not kidding you. I just and plus on top of that, I was always feeling like, I've always used social media as a way to stay connected to people. I came up with it. That's how I came up, because you got to think, like, me being a little bit older,
like a financial, like,
all the social media platforms that I'm on, my friends set up the account. I've never set up a social media account ever.
Wow.
I've never set it up myself. So with that being said, you can see where my mindset is. But when I see what I see, you most definitely can make money off of Instagram and TikTok and all of that. People are out here making real money. And kudos to you on that. Kudos to the people that's finding a way to do it. And I mean, I eventually want to be able to use that to continue my dance work. You know what I mean? Absolutely. I'm not done with that.
Do you think dancers are paid fairly for the amount of work that we do, and the amount of risk that's involved as well? Like, do you like? No. What's your take on that? No.
Yeah, just no.
No.
Nah. Yeah, but my take on it is that it is what it is. We know we're not paid enough. I mean, anybody who thinks that, oh yeah, I mean, well, this is, I'm like, no, you again, we touched on it, before. You run the risk of injuring yourself. You run the risk of death.
Yeah.
I've literally gone full speed from one side of the stage to the other and flying through the air, trusting that the people that I'm dancing with, my dance family, is going to catch me. What if they don't? And I hit my head on a light post and I'm just out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you. It's crazy.
There's a lot
I feel like
it just is.
Yeah, to be quite honest, I feel like dancers should get paid like athletes, for real.
Bro, I actually
kind of like scripted an episode about that too, that I plan on trying to shoot. Just the whole aspect of, like, dancer versus athletes. Like, should we be considered like the same level? Like, should we not? Should, like, dance be more like in competition? But that's for another episode. Like I said, like
an athlete, do I feel like we should be paid just like them? No, I feel like the type of work that's required of them is a little different than ours. But do I feel like we should? I mean, for instance, if I fumble the ball for basketball and stuff like that, I'm losing.
I think you got two of the sports mixed.
Oh, my bad. Football. My bad. Okay.
It's all good.
I'm out here. I'm supposed to be dribbling. You know what I'm saying? I'm supposed to be doing whatever. If I play crappy that night, I've just cost the franchise money because people not coming to games.
But does that
you know what I'm saying?
Does that not equate to, like,
if I messed up during a performance, like, yeah, I messed up, but people didn't. I got it. There are how many people out there and I didn't even come to see me. I don't care about that girl messing up. I'm watching DJ.
Yeah.
I came to see DJ. I'm still gonna come back to the next show to see DJ.
Yeah.
That the company's not gonna lose money because I messed up. I'm really just making I may have messed up the piece if I messed up really bad. I may have messed up the overall piece or something like that. Or should I say I jacked up because the other dancers who are dancing, if they still twirling, like, it doesn't matter. But the point is that if you're not on and you're not producing in sports per se, they can lose money. That's why I say I do feel like we are athletes and we deserve to be paid, respected, and paid pretty close to them. And I know you fight me on it, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's exactly the same. I think we should be in that division.
Yeah.
That's we should definitely be in that division. The things that we train our bodies to do, most definitely. The teamwork and the trust that we have to have in one another to go out there and get the work done.
Absolutely.
99% of that time, definitely.
You think?
But do I feel like we lost millions of dollars in seats because we sucking at dance performances? I don't feel like we doing that.
Do you think this should be
get there?
Do you think it should be a standard rate for, like, performances and gigs and whatnot? Like, should it be like a set pay? And if so, what you think it should be?
I mean, I feel like work is work.
A lot of people, I feel like, it's just guessing on what's fair. Like, especially when it.
Yeah, I don't think that there necessarily is a standard pay anymore. I think that each company has their own thing that their financial people and their board of directors and all of that have come up with that they feel like is livable enough. You know what I'm saying? So, for instance, the job that I'm working right now, they know that they're not paying us what they should be paying us. So then they have other perks. They're like, but you get this for benefits. Yeah. We buy your lunch every single Friday. They find other ways to make up for the fact that they're not able to pay you exactly what you deserve because that's their lower standard. Indeed. They know that there are other places that have a different incoming standard, but they don't give as many perks. So, I mean, I think it, like you said, people come up with their own standard of what they feel like is a good entry point, and none of it is ever the same. We know that the pay differs amongst people when they come in. Do I agree with that? No, I don't.
Is there any financial advice you would give like an up and coming dancer or somebody who wants to be a part of the world? Like, what's some financial advice you would give like a dancer who's just now getting the start or just getting their feet into the into the mud a little bit of this business?
I would say, and I mean, people again, they don't have to agree with this, because I have a again, maybe for part 2, a lot to say around that part of the financial aspect. But I would say know your worth. If you feel like you're worth more than what is being offered to you for the amount of work that you feel like you are doing or for what it is that you have to offer, do something else. You don't have to take less than. It's your choice. I personally believe now that mostly the arts is for the rich. You know, I would actually like to have, or I shouldn't even say like the rich, but for if I can't fund my own way or my own vision, or I don't have the money to not need the money for my passion, then I don't feel like I really need to do it. Because then I'm having to sacrifice too much. I'm at the will of someone else. But if I have a financial stability already to then invest inside of the passion, that's when you don't get so burnt out on it. You don't become so resentful. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like,
absolutely.
It's hard. It's hard because I mean I know you aren't bringing this up right now, but even just across like the whole gender lines.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Yeah. Let's talk about it. That's actually like something that I had like in my sub talk. It's like, what is your take on that? Like, we know that that things fluctuate even when it comes to gender, when it comes to race and nationality and stuff like that. And you being a woman, like I hear it the most from women, like, as far as like pay goes with men and women and this, that, and the third. Tell me, like, what's your take on that?
Besides the fact that it's just like a it's just a universal thing, and I don't think I knew that it was in dance until I was in it, because I always thought it was the corporate world. You know what I mean? Where it was like, absolutely. Not 9.5 times out of 10, that man's going to come in making more money than that woman. Or, if they feel like they can get a fairer skinned or Caucasian person to do what you do at your level, they're going to get it before you do. And they're going to get paid more before you do. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I've seen all that happen. Is it Is it everywhere? Is it all the time? Nothing is. But that is a generalization that we are living in. And when it comes to the dance world, it is no different. 9 times out of 10, and get me right on tape saying this, 9 times out of 10, men are going to come in making more than you. And if they don't come in making more than you, they will probably start making more. Yeah. It's just what it is. I lived it. So you can't tell me different than what I lived. You know what I'm saying? Got you. So the only thing you can do is either accept it, or if you're really that upset about it, you need to find a way to stand up and ask for what it is that you need.
I was about to say, yeah, we got into that.
And if they don't want to give it, you need to be ready to walk away.
Yeah, we got into that a little bit in our last episode, you know, like just being able to understand your contract and what they're doing, and understand like the kind of lifestyle you want to live. Mm-hmm. We gonna get man, Ray. We
I know.
We jumped into a lot, man. We went here, we went there. But we're gonna try to wrap up in a little bit. I got a couple more questions. Do you think that dancers are taught enough about financial literacy? Like, no, just absolutely. No. I thought about that. You know what I'm saying? Because when we first got into this episode, I told you inspired me, and your story inspires me, and yeah, man. Like, one thing that, and I always tell you, like, one thing that really stuck with me when you decided to take your final bow was that you had to get right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to put your business out there, but like, you had to get right. You had to get your financials in order. You had kids at the time. You had to make sure that they're taken care of. Mm-hmm. And that inspired me in a way to think just more in a more financially smart way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever I take my final bow, I want to do it gracefully. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I want to do it feeling comfortable that I've given dance everything that I could give it. You know what I'm saying? And have no regrets, and like not leave it feeling like I gave it more than it gave back to me. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of the feeling, like, and correct me if I'm wrong now, like, that's kind of the feeling that I got from you a little bit, like when you kind of made your speech, and when you talked to the company, and like when mm-hmm. when you took your final bow, that's kind of the feeling I got. It was just like you gave, and I watched you give everything to this. I watched you in rehearsals. I watched you do your thing. Like, you give everything to this, and it felt like, appreciate that. Yeah, man, and it felt like maybe to a certain extent, like you didn't get enough back. Some people leave companies and they don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Mm. Like, that's what brought me to the question of, like, do you feel like financial literacy is being taught enough, or like, can it be taught enough, or can it be taught by some of our instructors or people who are in front of us? Mm-hmm. Like, do you have any thoughts on I should take a
look. Let me just try to break that into two. I'll start with the financial literacy part. Mm-hmm. I think that we are not told how much money comes into the organizations, because they don't feel mm-hmm. like we can handle the information. There's always a lot of a mindset around democracy when it comes to things like pay. And you definitely feel like I should have a say so in being the forefront of this organization making its money, because when you think about dancers, you are the face of the company. Yes, sure. Yes, there are 3, 4, 5 pillars. You know what I'm saying? But you are the face pillar. Yeah. And let's be honest, when people go off of what they see, I see this, and this is then where I want to put my money. Sorry, Mike. It's all good. And so you should be considered just as important, absolutely, as every other pillar that is going into making that organization work. Is that how it happens? Probably not. But I think that there needs to be the screen needs to come down just a little bit more. I'm not saying that dancers should know where every single penny is going, because some people can't handle it, especially, and this is probably a whole nother thing you're going to be having, the younger the dancer, because they're hiring them in younger and younger now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so they may not have the mental capacity yet to be able to understand that you take a loss too. Yeah. There are a lot of losses. But I think that when you say financial literacy, explaining how the money has to make all of these different things work.
That's the part.
People need to understand, because then, like, I don't understand why you're saying we've raised $1.5 million, but I ain't making but this.
I think
so. Just explain to me explain that tree.
That's very.
Let's get down to the root and explain that tree.
Indeed, I agree. I agree.
Exactly.
I feel like that should be something of discussion.
I can help
you. Yeah.
Once you explain it, I'm ready to help.
Yeah.
I started to learn more about the tree being one of the older dancers in the company. So that's why you all like think about it. Like, yeah, you know, we all vent, but I was always more so trying to think of like peacemaking.
Yeah.
And helping you understand that, like, yeah, you know, I know it seems like, and blah, 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 you know,
Absolutely.
this and that. You know what I'm saying? But that came from being in their faces a lot and pushing myself into situations to get more knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
In the conversation.
Exactly. But we shouldn't have to. Where that comes in, we should be. It should just be a little more transparent.
For sure.
You know, that's something that I would hope for the future.
Absolutely. I think I definitely agree. I think that should be something incorporated in a lot more companies. You know, let these dancers know like what they get themselves into, like especially the ones that you want to cherish and the ones that you want to keep around for a good amount of time.
Yeah.
I think that is a great idea. Like, you know, let them know like how much exactly the company is making, so they're not questioning why
they're behind you at that point. They're like, oh, okay, I fully understand the whole dream now. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, if you're only giving me tidbits, I can only give you tidbits.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And then when we get to the other side of it, where you were like, oh, you know, you just kind of like felt like, oh, you know, I felt like pretty much you felt like the bow was sorrowful. And in a way, yes, because I did not think I was ready to bow yet.
I feel you.
I didn't think that I was ready, but God knew that it was time.
Indeed.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That may not be everybody's belief system. The ancestors, the spirits, whoever you believe in, just know that light inside of you sometimes will beam so brightly that you're blinded, and you feel like, oh, well, this isn't right, I'm being forced, all this type of stuff or whatever. But God knew that it was time, and he was like, I have to force this on you because you probably are not gonna you're not going to do it.
For sure.
You're not going to do what's best for you.
Indeed.
I need to help you.
Indeed.
And so it may have come at that time as a forced decision. But I was finally actually choosing myself. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because I may have had to take a break, like you said, to kind of get back with the financials and things like that. But that is not the end all be all for me, for me dancing.
Yeah.
With where we are now with social media and everything, I can dance for way more people than I was dancing for on stage, dancing for 300-400 people. No offense to it. If I really have something to share, I can share it how I want to. And that actually is way more like exciting for me. I can share it how I want to. I'm not under any type of like.
I feel that. That's what I'm cultivating here at the Movement Mic. I really want to.
Yeah, you can share how you want to actually share it. So I do appreciate you hitting on that. And yes, it was hard for me to do a lot because I knew I was going to miss y'all. I knew I was going to miss performing with you. I was going to miss seeing you guys and hanging out. You know what I mean? But again, I think that I needed to choose myself, and I needed to have the healing time that I've been taking to understand that, because you don't see everything in the moment, and that's okay. And it's just been actually a lot better. Like, I've been feeling it.
Thank you. That's right. Thank you. We're gonna get ready to wrap up in a little bit. I want to end our pod off with a couple of things. Again, just a couple segments that I think that I'm gonna incorporate in each pod. First I want to introduce the statement, and I just want you to finish it. I love dance because, we're gonna take it back. I love dance because
dance changes lives.
I love dance because it changes lives. Indeed. Enough said right there, right?
Yeah, it inspires. It heals. Yep, it triggers and it heals.
For sure. For sure. Okay, appreciate it. Right, and then the last thing I want to do, just to give a little inspiration to the dance family, we want to end it off with another segment. Your Mount Rushmore of dancers. So basically, like, it's kind of like a popular segment amongst a lot of podcasts. So Mount Rushmore, right? Yeah. So basically, I want your Mount Rushmore, like your 4 dancers that you just put on, on that Mount Rushmore, like, this is who I look to. This is like, my inspiration. It could be peers. It could be like, past, present, like anything. Yeah. Alive, not alive.
Yeah, I know.
Mount Rushmore. You get 4.
I know, and I'm not gonna say I ever really like truly, fully thought through it, but I mean, if I can go off of the ones that I know the most, I mean,
like I said, it can be peers. It doesn't have to be anybody like, super famous or anything like that. It could be peers, friends. Like we just, again, we want to give the dance family inspiration. So like your Mount Rushmore, like whoever's on your 4 might inspire somebody else. So top 4.
Okay. Well, people may not know, and some people may know, but a lot of people don't know. I'm actually a hip hop head. That was always like my favorite genre of dance. So Fatima Robinson. Okay. It's my girl.
Shout out Fatima Robinson.
Yeah, she's beautiful. Gosh. Donald McKayle.
Okay.
Yeah, that man was something else.
Okay.
He was something else.
For sure.
This is gonna sound so crazy. Random dude I saw dancing on the street.
Don't even know his name.
I don't know anything about him, but I'm gonna tell you something right there.
Yeah.
When you just don't go dance in the middle of the street, everybody think you crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody think something wrong with you, but you happy.
Got you.
Anybody living through him that can take that spot right there.
For sure.
4th person.
Got one more.
I have one more. Me.
Indeed.
Because I made it happen.
For sure.
That should be everybody's 4th person.
I'm telling you, that was the stamp right there. Dance family. Oh, man. First of all, thank you so much, Ray, for being a part of this. I am just completely floored with emotions, and I am honored that you took the time out, away from your family, away from your kids, to do this interview with me.
I can go shopping.
Like I said, this is only the beginning. I really want dancers to be heard, empowered, and inspired, and your story inspired me, and that's why I wanted you on this episode for this particular topic. Again, thank you so much for coming through and just chatting it up with me. Like I said, I appreciate you so much. Like words can't even express. Words are an understatement for how I feel that like anybody.
It's like I watched this dude like grow so much in like 2 years, bro. It's ridiculous. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you for stopping by, Mike. Dance family, that is a wrap on our episode with Financial Realities, man. Like I said, we got plenty more coming. We got plenty more to do. This is only the beginning. Please go follow, like, comment. Like I said earlier today, I think I want to set a goal to try to get at least 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So please follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, subscribe to the YouTube channel at The Movement Mike. We got plenty more coming. Please, again, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, subscribe to the YouTube channel at The Movement Mike. This is your Mike, your movement. Peace.